What's happening, everybody? I'm back. Uh, Keeping it real, you know? I hear that term a lot, keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. Oh, you ain't keeping it real. You ain't. But yeah, I just want to talk about that. Keeping it real. But I forget every time. So if you can subscribe, I'm trying to get my subscriber. I'm trying to get monetized. But I'm like I need so many subscribers and I need so many hours. I need a lot. But I'm getting there little by little. You know what I mean? Uh, Keeping it real. Like for the past couple of days, I've been watching like a few videos here and there, and I hear that a lot. I hear people saying that stuff all the time. Keeping it real. Oh, you ain't keeping it real. You ain't real. Like, what really does that mean? Like keeping it real to what? Like, I don't get it. To some street code, to some prison rules, or I don't get it. Like what do you mean? We're supposed to keep it real with our families. You know what I mean? Keep it real with our family. Uh, I don't I don't keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't keep it real. I'm not, I don't know. It just sounds like a problem, like keeping it real. You ain't keeping it real. So if someone, like, let's just throw an example out there. If someone cuts you off you're driving, someone cuts you off, and then they flip you off. They blame it on you, like you're like you did something wrong. And then they pull over and you pull over. It's like, and then you get in a fight and all this stuff. It's like, is that keeping it real? It like, I don't know. Because a lot of people would say, yeah, that fool kept it real. That fool. I mean, I'm not trying to do anything that could get me arrested. You know what I mean? I gotta obey the law. That's what being a good citizen is. You know what I mean? A good, productive citizen to society. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be fighting and you can't be, like, I don't know. I don't get it. You can't be fighting in public. You can't be. I see that a lot. Like Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. And I saw so many comments and so many videos and people saying, "Oh, that fool ain't real. That fool ain't keeping it real. He ain't real." Well, why? He what? Okay, if he would have fought back after that happened, what would that have accomplished? And he didn't fight back. He just took it and whatever. What did that accomplish? Like, I know he made a bunch of money after that and he sold out shows and he did his thing. But on the other hand, if he would have fought and he would have did all the, whatever, like, what would that have done? Like, who knows what the consequences of that would have been? Like, I don't know. And the thing is, basically keeping it real is like not letting anybody do anything or say anything to you, harass you, anything. That's keeping it real. That's keeping it real. You're just, you don't let nobody say anything, do anything, nothing. You know what I mean? That's keeping it real. But there's consequences to that. You know what I mean? Like, there's consequences. Like, every action has a reaction. You know what I'm talking about? So, like, if somebody just says something to you, words, you know what I mean? That's it. As long as they don't get near you, touch you, physically harm you, nothing. That's just words. Roll right off you. You know what I mean? Bounce right off you. You know what I mean? You keep pushing. You keep moving. about your day. You know what I mean? Oh, this dude said, oh, F you or whatever. Am I gonna go fight him, or am I just gonna keep it pushing? Like if I keep walking, he's not following me or nothing. He just said it and then is done and over with. I could escalate it. You could definitely escalate it. You know, you could go over there and confront that dude and what you say to me, but or you could just keep pushing. Go about your day. You know what I mean? Go about your day. Go eat. Go get you some ice cream with your late, whatever. But just go about your day. You know what I'm saying? But if you confront that individual, then you guys start fighting, and then the cops come, and then it just interrupts your whole day. You could end up in jail. Like who knows? You know what I mean? This dude could pull out a knife, a strap, whatever, and then, or you could do the same thing and then escalate it. That, you know, it's just too many variables with confrontations. You know what I mean? Like unnecessary confrontations. You know what I mean? And look, I understand. I do the same thing, you know? I do the same thing. And but I'm really controlling it. I'm really, you know what I mean? I you know, people flip me off on the road or whatever, and I just keep pushing. You know, but I feel it inside. I feel the heat. I feel my body getting hot. I feel it. You know what I mean? And just like everybody else, you know, I feel the anger. I feel the, you know, but I'm trying right now. I'm trying, you know what I mean? And I'm going to give you a story. One time I was, the very last time I got out of prison, and I already have my mindset. Look, I'm gonna do good. I'm not going to the hood no more. I'm not. All that's done for me. All that's over. I got to start focusing on my life. You know, getting my life on track with my family. You know, just getting everything on track. You know, well, I was picking up my niece and my nephew from school. You know, because I didn't have a job or anything. I just got out. I was, you know, but I got a driver's license, you know what I mean? So I had a driver's license, and so I was picking up my niece and nephews every day. I would take them to school and then pick them up and stuff, you know? And there was a guy on the road, exact same thing exact same scenario I just gave you, you know? And my niece and my nephew, they weren't raised up in the hood. They weren't raised up in the ghetto. They lived in a nice city, and they went to private school with you know, their parent, you know? And so they weren't accustomed to like seeing anybody fight or seeing anybody argue or any confrontation. They weren't accustomed to that. They weren't used to that, you know? But I was on the road, same scenario. Some guy cut me off, whatever. But then he was angry and he was mad at me, and he was like it was my fault. So I got angry too, you know? He starts flipping me off. I got angry too. Well, he pulled over, so I pulled over, you know? And I was angry. I was ready to fight, you know? And he came out the car, walked towards my car aggressively. So I got out the car, started walking towards him aggressively. And then as we're walking towards each other, you know, we're about 2 car lengths apart from each other. And we got kind of close, about 1 car length, you know, and he was talking smack, and I wasn't saying anything. I was just ready, whatever. And all I heard was somebody scream for me, you know, Uncle. So as that's all happening, and I'm walking towards the confrontation with this dude, I heard that, and I looked back, and I just saw my niece and my nephew in the car, and they looked terrified. Their faces looked so scared, like they had, like they weren't, you know, never seen anything like that. So I instantly felt that. I don't know. I just felt like I was doing wrong. I was like, what I was doing was wrong. So I just stopped in my tracks right when I looked back, and I stopped, and I just turned around and walked away. And he continued to talk. He continued to you know, disrespect me, you know, but I just kept pushing, you know, and I realized from that day on, like, you know, this stuff affects more than just me and the person in a confrontation. You know what I mean? Like if something happens to him or something happens to me because of this confrontation, you know, or who knows, anything can happen. I'm telling you, it's just a lot of things happen. There's a lot of variables to every situation, you know? So to me, it's just like, I feel like just avoid confrontations. You know what I mean? Just avoid it. Keep pushing. You know what I mean? Words roll right off you. It ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? You're not going to go to jail because this dude said F you or whatever. But if you react to that, you could go to jail or you could get hurt. You know what I mean? And it's just, you know, I don't know. So like keeping it real, what does that mean? I don't get it. Like I want to keep it real with my family here. Like what happens if something happens and I get stabbed or shot or something happens, you know what I mean? Or if I have to do that to another individual, you know, it's like, then I'm gone again. Then I'm back in the system, you know? And it's like, you left your family, you know what I mean? Because you trying to keep it real, you know? This dude said some smack to you and you wanted to keep it real, you know? So now you're either hurt or you're in jail, whatever, you know what I mean? But nothing's gonna come good out of a confrontation. Like, you know, nothing's gonna come good. You gotta remember that. You know what I mean? Two people arguing, ready to fight. What's gonna come good out of that? You know? So I don't know. I just been thinking about that a lot lately, you know, and if you guys notice, I don't try to just put out videos every day, just talk any random madness, you know? I don't do that. I want to have some kind of meaning, some kind of purpose. It's got to be something that's weighing heavy on me, something that I think something that I saw, that I'm thinking about, something that I heard, and then I bust you guys a video, you know, about what I saw, what I heard, what I'm going through, you know what I mean? And that's with the mask too. That's what the mask is for, because I throw personal things in there. I talk about my family, I talk about my kids, I talk about myself. And so that's what the mask is for, you know. It's just for my privacy, for my kids, me, you know, like all of us, you know. And but I don't know, just think about that, you know what I mean? Just think about it, keeping it real, you know. Like, really, are you know what I mean? Like, keeping it real to the streets or whatever. Like, the streets ain't keeping it real to you. So I'll give you that right now. I'll let you know right now, streets ain't keeping it real for you. So just think about that, you know what I mean? Just think about all that, you know. Keep pushing. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks or says or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care. You know, people can say whatever they want about me on here. You know, like, I'm kind of waiting, because I feel like that's when you made it, when somebody pulls out some paperwork about you or says you're a rat or says you're a snitch or something. You know what I mean? They come out with something. You know what I mean? Oh, this dude's this or this dude's that. That's when you made it. Somebody starts talking. That's what I feel, you know? That's when you're doing it. You know, people are recognizing you. And they're going to disrespect you, you know? That's what I feel like. But I don't know. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Life goes on. You know what I mean? Who cares? You know? Just keep pushing. Your freedom, your everything is your health, your freedom, your family. That's the important. That's keeping it real, you know? I don't know. Think about it. You know, let me know in the comments. Let me know. I'm sure people are going to say in the comments, oh, you're a sucker. You ain't keeping it real. You let somebody talk to you. Yeah, I sure would let somebody talk smack. And if they said something and walked away, keep on walking. I'm not even gonna, you know what I mean? It's all good, you know? Just don't touch me. Just don't touch me or my family. Just don't, you know what I mean? And everything's all good, you know? But all right, everybody, I just wanted to get that off my chest, you know, and talk about that. I've been hearing that a lot lately, and it's kind of irritates me when I hear that, you know. Oh, he ain't keeping it real. Oh, that fool ain't real. Whatever. I'm real. I'm here. Look at me. You can touch me. I'm real, you know. All right, everybody. Everybody have a good day, and God bless. Thank you very much.